Hello and welcome to my first YouTube video. My name is Carmen. Recently, I made the move from Vancouver BC to Seattle, Washington, and it's been a wild ride. I want to use this channel to share my experiences, thoughts, and tips on what it's like to move to a new city and a new country. Today, I want to talk about my background and the 3 reasons why I decided to move. A little bit about myself. I was born in Hong Kong and immigrated to Vancouver BC with my family when I was 10. I have lived in Vancouver all my life through elementary school, high school, university, and even worked a few years in the city. So as you can imagine, my life has been very rooted in Vancouver. The thought of working and living somewhere else other than Vancouver has never crossed my mind. I can tell you that it wasn't a light decision, and I attribute my decision to the following 3 reasons: career opportunities, personal growth, and my surroundings. On the topic of career opportunities, I work as a consultant in tech. From statistics online, it shows that before the pandemic in 2020, the United States had 12 million workers employed in tech. That's 4% of the population. While in Canada, 1 million people work in the same sector, which equates to only 2.6% of the population. And with Seattle being a tech hub, there is a lot more variety of job opportunities. However, I was lucky enough to move to Seattle via a C2C or a country-to-country transfer internally with my company. But if I were to look elsewhere for opportunities in the future, I see myself having more selections compared to Vancouver. And with relocating to Seattle, a perk that came with it was a pay bump. Because of my internal transfer, I was getting a 45% raise to my salary, mostly because of the exchange rate between Canadian and US dollars. This difference is quite significant considering the cost of living not being much higher here compared to Vancouver. For personal growth, I am someone who values experiencing new and exciting things. I have traveled to Seattle multiple times previously, but traveling and living in one place are completely different. When I'm traveling, I usually stick to a planned itinerary and only see the best parts of the city. The length of stay is usually short, so I can only fit so many tourist attractions and restaurants in one day. Having lived in Vancouver for the last 18 years, Vancouver has always felt like home to me. Most of my friends are from and still in Vancouver, and I feel that I have a big enough social circle to not need to reach out to make new friends. I was just too comfortable in my own bubble to go out and undergo the process of forming solid friendships. But living in Seattle now, it gives me a fresh start to making the city my home and becoming a part of the community. It allows me to experience the rhythms of daily life and have a deeper understanding of the culture. And because I'm so new to the city, I don't already have many friends. So I have been proactive to talk to strangers, to make new connections. I am definitely gaining new perspectives from meeting new people, which I want to talk more about in a later video of how I make friends here. But this is what has been contributing to my personal growth. As for my surroundings, when I was doing my postgrad, I met a lot of international students from all around the world. Most of them arrived in the foreign country for the first time on a student visa without any family or friends for support. They needed to adjust to many different things, including social norms, academic expectations, and also the Canadian customs, like just saying a lot of thank yous and sorries. And I've always been impressed by the resilience to overcome obstacles and embrace new challenges. They were actually the first ones who ignited the idea in me that I can also move to a new country one day. They gave me hope that I'll be capable of navigating and adapting to a new environment. In addition, on my last team at work before relocating to Seattle, I had the chance of meeting many coworkers who also have gone through the country-to-country or C2C transfer process to move from another country to Canada. But unlike the international students, many of them didn't move by themselves, but with their spouse and also their kids. They not only needed to explore the new city for themselves, but also for their loved ones. These coworkers, they opened up my horizon of the possibility to move to another country within the company. They also reinforced what I saw in my international classmates, that I can also be like them one day, to leave behind my home in Vancouver to start and build my life from scratch in a foreign place. And lastly, my significant other, who has always been my biggest supporter and cheerleader. He lives in Seattle. We have had several discussions on the topic if it would make sense for him to move to Vancouver or me relocating to Seattle. And because of all the reasons that you have just heard, it was quite an easy decision for me to move. And this concludes my 3 reasons of moving for work from Vancouver to Seattle. It was a big transition, but I'm glad I followed through with it. If you, my audience, are interested in following along on my journey, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. I appreciate you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!